I heard about Melvin from a friend of mine. One day after practice, a couple of my coaches and I drove out, and when we pulled up, we knew who he was immediately. He was a foot taller than everybody else. Usually we leave after we see a little bit, but I wanted to stay and watch this kid because he was that impressive. Then after practice, I started talking to him. After about 2 minutes, I couldn't stand him.
He hated me the first time he met me.
He just sat there with a silly grin on his face.
They asked me a question, I'm like, Like I barely could open my mouth and talk.
We got a call from a rec league coach saying, "How did you like the kid?" And I said, "I don't want him. He's not a good fit for us." He said, "Why do you say that?" And I said, "He didn't speak." And he said, "Well, he didn't speak because you probably wouldn't understand a word of the English he was speaking, and he's self-conscious about it." I said, "All right, we'll give him another chance." Went back out the next week, and he was as sweet a kid as I've ever met.
I just had that feeling that he was one of those people that was gonna help me in life. Like he was gonna be there for me. When I decided to go to Gilman, the first few weeks of Gilman was kind of hard because buses don't come that far.
His dad worked a couple of jobs, and so wasn't able to get Melvin to school. And so Melvin was coming late and staying late, and it was hard. It was impeding his success academically and everything else.
Then Coach Proji realized that. He offered my dad, look, I don't want this kid to keep being late to class. Like, that's not good. Like, I want to help. If it's okay with you and your family, my wife and I are willing to have him live with us during the weekdays, then he can come home on the weekend. Honestly, I love my dad, He gave me the decision. He what you want to do? Of course, I said, yeah. Once I moved in with them, it was really weird the first time. I walked in, they're all just sitting there waiting to greet me. Once again, I'm all quiet, don't know what to say. It took a while to get used to them, but I was very happy that I stepped foot in that house.
He went to school with the kids every morning, came home with the kids every night, got his lunch packed, did the whole 9 yards. He's been, I would say, all Poggi since then. Whenever we go to dinner, Melvin goes. Whenever we're with Amy's parents or my family, Melvin's there, and certainly Christmas. Whatever Amy and I got the other boys, we got Melvin. He's just a part of the family, always.
For a white family to take up a colored child, whatever it is, not everybody can do that. To try to bring that person into that family and live for them for that long period of time, that's special.
Believe me, everything we gave to Melvin, we've gotten 1,000-fold back.
Spending time with them and being around them started helping with all this sadness I had in me. But I'll never ever forget my mom. That never ever gonna happen.
He constantly talked about, oh, I have to go back, I have to, or I have to have her here. We talked about various ways of doing that. Both Biff and I felt it was really important for him to connect not only with his mother, but to connect with who he is and where he's from.
And we've always wanted him to be able to go back and see her. The fact that he was separated from his mother at the age of 8 in a very painful way, we definitely wanted him to go back, but it had to be safe. There was the Ebola crisis in Liberia, there was safety issues. Those kinds of things took time to figure out. We actually wanted his mother to come here to visit also. We were always trying to help him get her on the phone, which is difficult.
His mom does not have a direct phone line because where she lives, there's no communication. So we communicate through my uncle. I would call him and say, can you try to get Melvin's mom in the city? Then he would send somebody to the village to get her. And she would come to the city and wait for a day or two so Melvin can call.
Talk to her 3 times a month. It was always, I miss you. I wish you were here. I wish you never left me. I wish I could do something to come see you now. We would talk for like 20 to 30 minutes. Honestly, I just like to call my mom to hear her voice. My mother being back then, that's one of the reasons why I go so hard, the reason why I play.
First met Melvin a year ago, December. Melvin expressed that he hadn't seen his mom in 15 years. It becomes one of those stories that just makes you really, open your eyes and say, wow, okay, there's a lot going on there. Well, this is something we need to get done to help him get back there and see his mom.